I'm super excited today. I have come to a big turning point. A lot has happened. I was awake in the night last night, or rather I couldn't go to sleep, and I was tapping away on my phone, typing down all the thoughts, writing down the notes, and then again this morning in the journaling what was coming up, and the missing piece of what I've been trying to do has started to fall into place. Like, I was making a video teaching people how to do something that I barely know how to do myself, and it didn't feel real, and it's been the thing that's nagging me that I haven't quite managed to wrap my head around, and now I'm getting there. And it all came from watching a video that was talking about editing and narrative and having a human element, story, and that really resonates for me. I started to realize the thing that excites me so much about... There's a lizard climbing up the wall. The thing that excites me so much about this is what it means to me, and being able to tell other people about that, to being able to tell other people about that and share it in a way that is activating is really just so exciting, right? So I was thinking about, one of the videos I was making is teaching people about technical stuff, and that's all using an image on the computer and taking screenshots and stuff like that. So I don't know, as I said yesterday, I'm kind of struggling with that, and I'm feeling like it's hitting a wall, and I'm starting to think this is why, right? So the other video I've been working on, and I'm sort of making it currently, is the top-down stand, so I can film stuff from above. And that one kind of seemed like the least interesting video, because I'm just taking time lapses of myself doing some woodworking, and I'm not very good at it, and the lighting's not very good, and the setting's not very good, and yeah, I didn't really see how I could make it into something worthwhile for anyone to watch. But now that one seems like it has so much more potential. Just a second here, see if I can... this is bothering me. Boop. Boop. There you go. I don't know if that's better. I was appearing so pale and white. I've also been looking into some color grading stuff as well. Anyway, so it kind of made me ask the question, why? Why am I doing this? And I've talked about it a lot here, and I guess that's what made it feel so right, okay? Because I am talking here from, coming through me and out of me. I think of The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and that's how I try to journal, is just morning pages, just vomit it out, everything comes out, and I sort of do the same here. And that's what is really feels true to me, is just what comes out when I'm not filtering it, not censoring myself, and it's just authentic. And so there's going to be something here that I want to translate over to the other more scripted, more structured, because I'm just rambling and babbling here, and it's not very interesting. But I think I can take what I am saying here and edit it and transpose it into a story, a narrative, something that has structure and feels like it takes you on a journey. And so what is that in creating the camera stand? Like, why am I... What is going on? This lizard was climbing up the wall, down the curtain, and now it's on my towel. My towel's drying in the sun, and it's just hanging out. Alright. I was distracted. Where was I? So, what is the narrative? The top-down camera, stand. I'm not very good at woodworking. I mean, I've built some stuff, but really, I watch videos of people building stuff on YouTube, and it's like, compare my trash to that. So I'm not going to be teaching people how to do that. Oh, he's stuck. He wants to get out. I opened the window for him. Wait, he had a little brother on the outside. I think they were trying to reunite. Look at that. How about a story? Reuniting lizard brothers. Man, the amount of times I got distracted from this point. So, that. So what is it that is the story in this? Why am I making this video? That can be answered on several layers. Like, I'm making the camera stand because I'm wanting to make more videos of myself building stuff, and I need to have my hands free while still being able to have the space to build things. Next, I want to make videos. I am making the things that are going to enable me to make more videos in the future. Why? Because I want to do the things that are most exciting and fun and alive for me. And as I've mentioned here before, there's definitely a tendency in our culture to narrow down into a funnel of having one area of expertise, and there isn't space for a diversified range of interests, which I certainly have, and it's hard to pick one of them and say I'm going to be doing that one for the next months, years. Being able to move between them is so satisfying and nourishing, because when something starts to it's not feeling alive anymore, I can move to something else and then move between them, and they always stay interesting. And so, I'm really seeing this as an opportunity to live the way that I want to live. And then, why am I making the stand? I could just buy the stand. Well, that also comes down to my desire. I have a notion that I would love to be able to build everything, create from scratch everything that's in my house. I'm looking at a towel over there. How cool would it be to I don't know, how far do you want to take it? Grow the fibers, weave the fibers, weave the fabric, sew the fabric into a usable item that is a towel. I don't know. It gets impossible when you start looking at everything. There's no way you can ever get down to from scratch. But the more history you have with something, if you've made it, you're connected to it. Where I could buy the same stand on Amazon for probably the same amount of money or less than I am paying to make the stand, especially when you factor in like the amount of time that I'm putting in to make it. But I just really want to create and be connected to the things in my life, and I think creating is just a innate human need, and we're so disconnected from that often. And so I want to create a life for myself where I am creating and making and connected to the things around me and nourished by the process of creation, and more whole so I can be more myself, more present with my family and my friends. And so yeah, I'm really seeing this big like narrative forming around the why I'm doing this. Like, there's what I hope to achieve, and then you can step back from that to get to where I am now. And I also see myself being able to, comment on my thought processes, that I can see that the camera skills are bad, but this is where I'm trying to take it, and I can see that there is lacking elements of what I'm doing, but that's fine because I have a broader frame in which to put this. It didn't feel right when I'm like, hey guys, I'm here today to teach you about something that I don't really understand very well myself. Okay, let's go. So here is what we're going, and just, it's so boring and it's not real, because there's no way I could deliver it that was authentic, because I didn't truly embody the perspective that I was trying to take, where I can see myself now being like, okay, here's where I want to be. I'm not even sure if I can get there, but this is the steps that I'm taking to get there. And look, my woodworking is shit, my filmmaking is shit, but there's a story here worth hanging around for. So yeah, it was so much easier last night and even this morning. This is the hardest medium for me to convey this story. So, but it's getting easier. So I'm so glad to be sitting down doing these videos. Yeah, and it's just exciting that it's starting to come together. I'm really seeing how this is going to work, and strangely it feels like it's going to work, maybe for the first time. I'm like, this is fucking going to work, holy shit. And that's what's so different as well about all the other maker videos and things that I'm interested in, right? There is a slice of YouTube that is like into sort of psychology and delving into one's internal state, but then that doesn't come together with the people who are creating stuff, and that's something that I can really see myself merging together. Like, I watched a video of a guy who was rearranging his actually I just watched a little bit of a Casey Neistat and John Conti, and they're talking about Casey Neistat's approach to filmmaking, and that was really inspiring. And he's someone who does have, it really feels like he's creating. Often it really feels like he's creating, but he's also really telling a story, and there's emotion there, and that's why he's such a huge YouTuber. And so the guy I was watching, who's trying to organize his workshop and he's having to rearrange the spaces, he's like, well, this is what this space is going to be used for, and so I need to think about, and you know, he was really taking on that teaching perspective, like, okay, so you really need to have your priority, and then you can have a second priority, but if you have too many priorities, then you know, and it's valuable information, and you can have that in there, but it's like, I stopped watching because it's like, why the fuck do I care? Like, you're organizing your space. And that's something that I actually love. I love watching people organize and store things, and so that's why I clicked on it. But I just got to a point where it's like, you don't seem to care about this. You know, it's something that I have an emotional investment in. Like, I want everything to be in order and in a place, and I want it for, you know, and there's so much going on there that, you know, I wanted to sink my teeth into, and he was just too rational about it. So I stopped caring. And so it's like, I almost feel like I could make a video about anything, about all the things I'm interested in, as long as like there's emotion, there's a reason why I'm making that video, something that I can relate to, and therefore others will too. Alright, that's it. Peace.